Alrighty. How's everybody doing today? How is everybody doing today? Going to get everything swapped over. So how's everybody doing today? I know everybody's probably doing alright. I did work today, so that was a bit of an annoying part on my part today, even though I also had a doctor's appointment today, which was fun. I had to go in and fix some stuff, but anyway. Let me just turn this down a little bit so I can actually hear myself think for a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, no, I tend to not have much going on these days, and yes, I'm actually going to do some software development today. I really need to get back into it, and in my honest opinion, I've been kind of just slacking on it. So we're going to try something, and we'll see how it goes from there. Because I have some ideas of what I want to do, but I just need to get the practice back in, which is the main thing. And me being a solo developer doesn't really help when you're the only person working on this thing. Excuse me. But yeah. Mainly because I really just don't know what I'm doing half the time, and I have to read up on documentation just to see how the frick I'm supposed to be doing something. Should be somewhat simple to do some of these things, but I'm not yet. So, but yeah. Alright. Let me see here. Oh, right. Well, yeah. While I actually do some software development, I am going to discuss about some things. Mostly, the main thing that I'm going to discuss is mainly the issue I have with a very specific tabletop role-playing game. I'm not 100% certain what my problem is with it just yet. Probably because I haven't played that many games in it, but I found it very hard for me to actually do I display being captured? I do, yay. So yeah, we'll be working in Godot. But so I've discussed this with with some other people at some point, but there has been an issue that I've ran into when it comes to a very specific tabletop role-playing game. Nothing wrong with it. It's just probably just me more than anything else. But I don't think I really enjoy. Specifically, I don't. Let me just create a main scene real quick. Okay, got a main scene going. The main thing that I wanted to pretty much do or double check is that I don't know why I don't enjoy it, but I think I enjoy GMing it or DMing it more than being the dungeon master or the game master for it, more than actually being a player in it. And that one is specifically, it's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So I have a very big problem with 5th edition. I don't know why I have this problem, I just do. 5th edition is one of those systems that a lot of people enjoy. I've seen a lot of people be really good and they enjoy it and all that other stuff, but I don't know if I can just be a player. I just can't be a player in it, and I don't know why I can't just be a player in it. It's just, it makes me feel like I'm not, because I'm a kind of person that likes to build characters out, see how they function, that kind of thing. So I'm very mechanics focused. So whenever that happens, and then I go to do something, and then I'll just make it a capsule for now. I can't get behind like all the classes being the exact same. Like, it might be my problem that there's only 12 classes in the game, and they each have different subclasses, but it's like, I play a wizard, and every single wizard that I play, I take Fireball, because it's the best spell in the game. That's my problem with how Fireball works, as well, is that that there is no consequence for... that there's no consequence for versatility. In Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. It feels like that martials and that's probably a problem with other editions as well. I think Pathfinder First Edition also has this problem, where effectively casters can just completely wipe very specific, can just cast one spell and just end the bad guy no matter what. But 5th edition, it's not nearly as bad, I think, because monsters have things known as legendary resistance. But I found the problem, for me, the problem with 5th edition is player characters mechanically feel too similar to each other. It's why whenever I gravitate towards a specific class, and I play fighters. I play a fighter usually the first time on any of my tabletop RPG games. When I first get into a system, I play whatever's supposed to be the basic class, and it's the thing of I can play a fighter, and then I gravitate towards Battlemaster because it's the most mechanically interesting class out of all the other classes, and that's probably just a problem that I have more than anything else. I just realized I don't have a sprite here. Sprite software. I'm gonna open this up real quick. Oh, I got a blue square. Okay, that'll work. I don't think I've got this anymore. I need to export this. Where's it going? No. Can't figure out where this is going. Where'd you export to? Where'd you go? Oh, that's where you went. Why did I do it there? That's weird. It's a weird place to put that. Anyway, we'll go open that back up. But yeah, that's one issue that I have with 5th edition specifically. I don't know if 5.5... I haven't really looked at it, and I haven't really played a 5.5 game yet, so I don't know if it's changed any. Well, probably not. It doesn't feel... And it's also the same issue of all the casters feel similar. A bit too similar, in my honest opinion. That's probably just... Oh, I do have this PvP still. Yeah, actually, no, I had that still. I still got this. Not visibility. I think we need to give it another child node, and then we need to give it a specific child node. 2D. Animated sprite 2D. That's what we need to give it. We need to give it a sprite frame. No, just so I can get some of this stuff actually. Alrighty. So that's actually working as intended, and now I get to open up the script so I can actually figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Speed, jump velocity. UI accept, UI left, UI right is on 4. I don't have a floor. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. Save. Just fall. Okay, yeah, just fall. Good enough. But yeah, that's one thing that I will state is that that is the main issue that I have with D&D 5th edition is that it probably has its uses, but for me, it's probably just not the game for me. And it might also be that I just haven't found really a game where that system works best, because I build characters to do like one specific thing really well, and then in order for me to want to do that one thing very well in 5th edition, I have to hope and pray that the GM allows, or the DM allows, very specific feats, which are optional still. And in order for me to not be behind in power, I have to increase my ASI. So that's the main issue I have with it, is that ASI and feats are tied to the same resource. Or in older editions, the ASI and the feats were not tied to the same resource. What's the type of 2D node? What's that? A tile map layer or tile map? This class is marked as deprecated. We'll use the tile map layer then. I think that's the one we need to use now. I don't have a tile map. That's one thing I don't have just yet. So let me go in and change the color of this to a grayish color. Forgot to apply my bucket tool. Not what I wanted. At least see where the frickin' outline of this thing is. Okay. Tile map layer. I need to click edit tile map. Or tile map layer has no tile resource. Tile set. Export as. Yes. And go back to my file manager. Gotta make sure I do this right. Is it under tile map I need to change stuff? Oops. Really messing this up. I think there's a line tool if I remember correctly. Let me just be using the line tool for this right now. Okay. That. Technically, you're not supposed to do this. Oops. tile map. Create a small box real quick. Hopefully this box has collision, because I don't think it does. Probably does not. So let's see if it has collision or not. Right. It doesn't. Right. I need to give it collision. Terrain. Setup. Collision visibility. Because these are such a negative one. Is that why this isn't working? As insisted. Yeah, as the terrain set, this tile belongs to no one as it will not use the terrains. I remember this not being that difficult, and now I can't remember what it is I need to do to get the friggin' ground working again. Where to go again? Animation, rendering terrain. Should not need to attach a script to this. Maybe I should look this up. So that's the tile map. I just feel like something in here for like physics. Does this need a collision shape? Is that the problem? Shouldn't need a collision shape. Because right now, what happens is that character body has collision. changes that I really needed to do. Yeah, it just falls right through the floor. That's not right. Does it now need collision? Something's changed between the old and the new versions, and I'm trying to figure out what that new thing is. What did I mess up? Going off of like old knowledge that I've got, so I've got to like figure out what it is that I did. What did I do? Did I forget to turn something on? One-way collision. I'm very confused. Very confused on this front. What did I do wrong? Collision layer is 1. Do I not have a collision layer for this? That's the problem. Light mask, that's the canvas. What did I do wrong? I'm gonna have to look this up, aren't I? Do I need a physics layer? Is that what I need? No. Not it. Terrain, is that? I don't remember what I need. I really don't remember what I need here. Render. Is it the navigation layer? I don't think so. It used to be that I could do it in here, and I could just designate, Oh, whoops. What did I do? Tile. Create tile. I'm confused. Is it the physics layer that I needed? I think I needed a physics layer. I did need a physics layer. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I see now. I see now. I see what I did wrong. Oops. I do need a physics layer. I don't know, the physics layer wasn't working at all. Can I please stop moving? Got that reworking again. Okay, I forgot that I needed a physics layer. Oh my god. When you're dumb. Okay. But yeah. I've been. But yeah. The main thing that I've been talking about is like why I don't really like 5th edition, and I think I've kind of figured out why I don't like 5th edition, and it might just be because I don't like being a player in 5th edition. And the main reason why I really don't like being a player in 5th edition is because of one very, very small issue that I think I have with 5th edition specifically. And that is, I think it's great for players who are brand new to TTRPGs and are just in it for like a casual kind of experience, but don't want to really worry about much of anything. And this might be untrue. I mean, I don't know how you play Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, and how you play the game or anything like that. Like you can play the game however you want. Okay, that's a bit annoying. It's just a singular jump. Okay, we have to fix that. Back to the script. Okay, we want. I don't know how this all works. There we go. Now we got more variable controls on that. Oh.
I think I might get this controller.
Let's accept. Let's accept on the controller. I'll have to fix that. Let me fix that. I don't need keyboard shortcuts. I actually need controller shortcuts. Do I not have any controller shortcuts? What's going on? Why do I have no controller shortcuts? Why do I have no controller shortcuts whatsoever? Did they get rid of that? Let's run close. That's weird. Don't have any form of... Weird. I'll have to see why that's not working. I know why it's not working. Never mind. Hmm. That's weird. Might have to have the controller plugged in for it to actually work. Can't plug it in while it's doing things. That's a weird bug. Yeah, that's a weird bug. Never really noticed that bug before. But you can actually slow your descent by just tapping spacebar. Did not know that. I think it's because it's stating I am on the floor, maybe? Not 100% certain on that one. Oh, I know what it is. I see it now. I see why. It's because I'm releasing the button. Maybe greater than 0? Is it greater than or no, it's less than 0. I need to be less than 0. Okay, now we can't okay, got that working. Got that working as intended. So that was the main thing that I was trying to get. Let's see here. I wonder if I can actually do that quite again. I think it's an easy one. Just do I accept. Velocity dot y equals velocity dot y plus 1. That should, if the action is pressed. I guess that's not the one. Is it not +1? What's this one being used for? If I do not, that work? not work in this situation? Whoops. Sorry about that. Okay. This may not work. What I'm missing here? I remember being able to get a gliding mechanic. I just don't remember how to actually do it. Thought this would work. Slow down your descent. But it looks like that does not work out as I was expecting. Gravity, if not velocity plus equals get gravity times delta. Oh, I know what I also need to do. I need to do something very specific. We need to make sure that if on floor, set velocity dot y equals 0. There. That way velocity doesn't build up, and if we walk off a ledge, we just plummet right to the ground stupid quickly. Okay, this gliding mechanic is it can get a little difficult. Velocity is get gravity times delta. Okay. Oh. Trying to get these mechanics down again, and I'm trying to remember what it is that I'm trying to do again. That gliding mechanic is the one that's like confusing me. Is it because it's just not high enough? Ah, I see now. So we actually have a moon jump being activated. That's what it is. Thing is that how quick is gravity? That's the question. Well, I'm just messing around right now, not really making anything in particular. Trying to like get my head wrapped around the UI again. I'm trying to get this one mechanic to actually work, and I know I'm doing it wrong. I'm just trying to remember how I did it last time. I don't think it's the X action just pressed. I think it's that one. That did not work out as I intended. Hang on. Hang on, this can't be a constant. Can it be a constant? Actually, no, it can't be a constant. Normally, I would just put gravity in a constant and then do it that way. But... still escapes gravity. Is it literally just the amount? I need to just slow the descent. Interesting. Probably a different way to do this would actually make gravity a consistent number. Don't know. Delta is a float. Right, so gravity does have to be in that. Might actually be something of like... Need to set gravity to be a constant. And then probably change it to where gravity doesn't apply until after the apex of the jump. Not 100% certain on this one. This one's a toughie. Might also just be using the wrong thing. Yeah, I think I need to actually create gravity as a variable. But in order to create gravity as a variable, I need to do it in the physics processing. Can't do it outside of the physics processing. It has to be in the physics processing. So let's change that around. Can I make this a constant? And then put gravity here. It cannot be made a constant. What can this be made? Assign value for constant isn't a constant expression. Change this to a float. Kind of float. I don't want a constant. I need a int. I do it as an int. And an enemy statement after expression found identifier instead. Okay, not what I wanted. Space. Not declared in the current scope. It is declared. What is this variable? What does this do? What does this function do right here? Maybe we should just open up the freaking function, please. Just open the function. What's this function do? Feels like this is an if or then statement. Turns the gravity vector computed from all sources that can affect the body, including all gravity overrides from area 2E nodes. Oh, okay. Okay. We could just set gravity to a very specific value. I don't know if that would work, though. I don't know if setting gravity to a specific value would actually work here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that gliding mechanic working. At least not right now. I might have another way of doing it, but I have to figure out. Actually, I might be able to know how to do this. I don't know if get gravity delta will actually work on velocity dot y. Oh, I could do double jump. Double jump's actually not a hard one. A double jump mechanic's not hard. A glide mechanic seems to be very difficult for me to do right now. It's probably because that I'm used to actually setting this all up normally. And I think I would set gravity differently instead of using the get gravity function. I think I would just set gravity to a constant variable. That might be why. I think that's what I usually do, is I usually set gravity to a constant variable instead of having it just apply to a very specific thing. Not 100% certain. Oh, is it because this needs to be a 0.0 and this needs to be 0.0? Because those are technically floats, and they need to be floats and not constants? Is that what it is? Ooh. Kind of. Kind of. It doesn't really work. It don't work out in my favor. It would need to... Gravity okay, so I actually need to do this. I need a constant. I need a const. Gravity. Gravity equals. Let's just say it equals 1,000 for frickin' ease of use here. And we just put gravity in here. What does this do? Okay. Oh, right. Oh, wait. Maybe. Invalid operands, vector 2, and float for assigned operator. Fuck. That works. Okay, we'll be back. Alrighty. Oh, right. Multiply gravity delta. Not working as action. Just delta. I just do that. Okay. Yes and no. Go there and eat the first speed. That's still not gonna work. It's still not gonna work how I want it to work. Which is it does the jump and then it does actually. Actually, I know how we do the glide. Glide mechanic actually needs to be in the jump section. So that's what we need to do. Which is we check to see if the action is still being inputted. Found index. Think that's what we can do. Is it less than? No, it's greater than. Unintended bug is unintended. That's not gonna work. Just realized that's not going to work. I guess if I do this, still flies away. Let's fly, let's fly, let's fly away. What? That's weird. Did I misspell it? I did. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. My question is, why is it still applying? I see. Just technically, as soon as the jump velocity... No, jump velocity should be a negative number. So the velocity should be a negative number. Until it reaches the apex. Just do greater than. Is that what it is? Still just goes under you hold down the button. I wanted to where it only goes up to the jump velocity, and then it starts applying the glide. My question is, this should be keeping it... This statement should keep it from going up. So why is it going up? Is this the one that I actually have wrong? I'm confused. Something around here is not working as intended. Trying to figure out what it is that I'm actually not having. It's not working as intended. Just I instead, let's see here. I instead let's see here. I'm confused as to why it's still applying velocity dot y. Why it's still applying velocity. Is this not doing its checks correctly? Is that what it is? Because it should check to see if this is being pressed, if this is not on the floor, and this is above 0. Which means it should not be applying if I'm going up. So that's not it. It's not this one. This should only activate if we're on the floor. And this should only activate if an oh, wait a minute. No, this is if this action, if one of these actions is not being pressed. Oh, I'm an idiot. This actually does need to be there. The only issue is that then we can't. That does need to be there because then it doesn't apply gravity. The issue is that we need gravity to apply at a specific point. Because what ends up happening is that, well, actually, we could just increase our jump. That's right, our jump velocity actually doesn't break gravity, and that's the issue. So we actually can just apply this by a factor of 1, and that should, or a factor of 10. Okay, so we do get slightly better gravity. So gravity is now actually being applied correctly. So actually lower gravity, like 500, and then change this to be like 400. So that actually makes this a little bit easier. I'm confused. Actually, let's change this to be like 9.8. And we can change this to be like -1. Oh, I'm kind of slow, as to be expected. 298. Better. Not much better. Okay. Use the wrong value, that's what it was. Right. I'm gonna change this to like 40. to be a little bit bigger so I can actually see when gravity actually kicks in. I got that working, but now I've got another bug. That's a bug. It doesn't seem to actually change the values. That's what I was wondering. Now I've got it actually working as intended. Only issue is that it does kind of stop. Actually, I guess I could do this. Under this, if least that one. C.Y 0 0, and we set the flag to false. I do blue. Far. There we go. I was right. It's far. Okay. Set that to false. And this is where we set flag. Technically, just too far flag. Oh, right. I need a flag. Leg. Right. Okay, got that working as intended. Does mean I have to set gravity to a specific variable. Because I don't think I can do, like, get gravity. Actually. Bar. Oh, was it get gravity? Get. Oh, what's the... Let me make a new character body. Make a new collision, physics body, character body, create. And create a new. I can get underscore body. Okay, that's all right. Detach script. Can I delete this from here? Probably not. So get underscore gravity. Get underscore. Where? Float and vector 2 in operation. Where is this at? Where did you fail? Let's just set gravity to a specific variable. Setting it to a specific number is better anyway. Then I can fine tune it. Got that working as intended. I need to double check some things. That's what I'm probably going to end up doing pretty soon. Okay. Trying to get like certain things set up. Mainly get mechanics done. Okay. Sure what else to really do because I've got some of this done. That flag I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to change to like be very specific. Probably gonna have to rename it to like glide flag or something like that. So I think this can still be a constant. Gravity should not really be changing. Trying to think if there's anything else they can actually do here. I think that you can turn colliders off, can't you? If I remember correctly. Does turning the visibility on and off change? No, visibility does not change that. What changes? Is it the disabled function? Yes, it is. Okay. So if I say, do do an action that inputted. It spat out a collision shape. That then spawned at a specific point. Not really spawned, but is actually there. I don't know if that actually would work. Object.set deferred. I think I'm gonna need a second collision shape, one that's actually designated for. This one should be designated for physics, specifically. Should designate when it applies to other stuff, while damage should be applied to a different layer. I think. Where its visibility layer is 2. Maybe. Damage should still apply, but I don't think it should apply on the same shape that we use for physics. And the reason why I state that is so that I can flash the visibility. What happens when I use a different collision shape? I use a different collision shape. Are there really different changes? I just shrink that a little bit. Doesn't really change much. Capsule. Visible, but it's visible. I need it to be. That also doesn't change much on the physics part. Yeah, that doesn't change physics much. What's this doing? Oh, it's using that. Got it. Trying to really think about like future-proofing this later. The problem is that I've already stuck a lot of the stuff already in this one script, and I think I need to actually pull character movement and place it somewhere else. Like have the character be on a separate scene, effectively, in its own separate node section, and then just import it into the main node, which would be a better idea. But this is also proof of concept at the moment. This isn't really like anything else. You can easily set it up to where one button sets up one specific kind of array and another one spits out a different kind of object. One of the objects we don't want it to spawn an object. We want it to kind of already have an object. Could do the thing of what some things do, which is have it spawned in and then already do the thing that we want it to. Brain's just not like figuring this out. So I'm probably gonna need a completely, well, I actually don't really need a completely separate script because I'm gonna need a completely separate collision shape in order for the attacks to work. Could just be as simple as like a line that it just checks to see if anything's in that specific line. And it does that. It could also be a... We wanted something to work like the missiles from Metroid. That would be a... That would just spawn an object. And if it collides with something, that it does something like that. We could do that. I'm really trying to think of how I would want to do this. Double jumping's easy. Double jumping's like a really easy one. All you gotta do is just apply a different flag. A jump, like we have a glide flag, a jump flag. We need to apply some like power-up flags too. There's gonna be a lot of flags on this if I do it that way. Probably an easier way to do that, but that's gonna be the only way I'm gonna do it. There is one specific thing that I'm trying to like really figure out. Oh, I know why this isn't being shown. I think we need, if we do, oh, no, what I wanted to do. Under that. Yeah, that sets the collider to be specific, because it actually goes bottom up. It's a bit different from what I'm used to, so usually top to bottom changes, it's bottom to top in Godot when it comes to like layering stuff. No, remember that for next time. Trying to think if there is anything that I could do. Like, doing the double jump's easy. And then we can actually easily, because the double jump could easily be a worse version of the normal jump, where it applies jump velocity, subtract, or just we just have a double jump velocity. We could do it that way. That could work. Well, we could have the double jump equal the same as the jump velocity. It's not like that's going to be a really bad thing to really do. Set it up to where the flag doesn't do anything. The flag gets triggered. All flags would need to be reset back to true. We're on the floor. The double jump could also be, well, actually, no, we could just do the double jump. Do I want the glide to be during the first jump, or does it have to be after the double jump? I might have to set it to where it's after the double jump. Or we can jump and then glide. I have to set it to where they're, might have to set it up to where if the other flag is triggered, that it resets the other flag if it was released. Oh, I know how to do it. I know how to set it up. Correct. Oh, I know how you would set it up. This would need the other one to have the flag set up to false in order for it to trigger. Which will allow you to glide from the double or the normal jump. So, yeah, this one would have to be, the flag would need to be false. The other flag would need to be false. Yeah, we could. Well, let's actually see if that works. We're gonna rename this to not jump, to the glide flag. Flag. And then we're going to make another variable. We're going to name this the jump flag. All we're going to do is we're going to grab this. We're literally going to copy and paste it. But all we're going to do is we're going to ensure that we are, one, not on the floor, and get this out of this section, and jump underscore flag, which is a true or false statement. This is glide underscore flag. And then jump underscore flag is also set to true. And then this one needs to be and jump underscore flag. I think it's not jump underscore flag. which means if it's true, it sets it to false. Okay, let's see how this works. We can glide, double jump, and we can glide, and then right. This needs to set the jump underscore flag to false. So we can't just keep double jumping. We can glide, we can double jump, we can glide, and see that hesitation. Oh, it's because I'm releasing, so it's resetting the valid the I don't know, that shouldn't set any of the flags. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I have this set in the wrong location. Hold up. No. It's not the right spot. It's this one. Something is causing... They did count plus plus here. Does that work? Actually, I don't even need these to count. Honestly, I could just make count not count consider actually, we could do a count. Hang on. We could just instead use count. Count. Count 2, 1. I'm confused. What are you talking about? Hmm. I see now. Okay. I'm slowly but surely learning how I can actually get this working. Actually, technically what we could do is instead of setting the counts into this, what we could do is just count every single time that it's being pressed or released. Which would then... Do I need both of these? I don't think I need both of these. No, I don't need both of these. I think I can just throw this into this. And then get rid of that. Uh-oh. What bug did I just... Is it just broke? No. Failed here. Oh, because we don't have count set to a number. Just set it to 0. Because count didn't have a number associated with it. Let's see what happened. So we do need the other one. We do need the other one because this one checks for a very specific thing. So I do need another one of these. All this does is just resets the Oh, right. This needs to reset the counter. But I don't need these flags anymore. Just count. Set 0. Don't need these anymore. Just need count. Zero, 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. How that working as intended finally. Okay, I got that gliding mechanic actually working how I want it to, so that's actually how I want it to work. Next would just be tweaking some other stuff. I think next I'm going to learn how to do, like, either spawn projectiles or get just a simple damaging... I think I know how to do it. It shouldn't be really that hard. I think next time I'm actually going to get a cone or a line set up to where it actually just does the attack. That might actually work. Don't know yet. But anyway, let's go over to Twitch and find somebody to raid. Because I didn't really want today to be a very long day. So yeah. Go ahead and raid. Let's see here. Who is live at the moment? Let's see here. Mara's live with some repo with some friends. What do I have? Hang on, no, never mind. Hold on. There's somebody on here that I was just seeing. Are they no longer live? No, they're live. Emery's playing some Old Everest too. We'll go ahead and join her. Right. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys later. I need to fix that. I don't have an ending screen yet. Anyway, see you guys later.